In the endless ocean of space, where silence has reigned for billions of years, something ancient and unseen was moving, a lonely traveler drifting between the stars. Then, one night in July 2025, the telescopes of Chile's Atlas Observatory caught sight of a faint glimmer cutting across the dark canvas of the cosmos. Astronomers didn't yet know it, but they had just discovered Comet 3 I/ATLAS, a messenger from another world, older than the sun itself. At first, it seemed like an ordinary comet, but the calculations told a different story, one that defied everything we knew about our solar system. The object wasn't orbiting the sun at all. Its path was hyperbolic, a trajectory that meant it had come from outside, from the deep, cold gulf between the stars. In that instant, humanity had found its third interstellar visitor, following the mysterious Oumuamua and the icy Borisov. But this discovery wasn't just another scientific footnote. Within days, the world was buzzing with speculation. Some whispered that it might not be a comet at all. What if it was something built, not born? What if it was alien? The spark came from Professor Avi Loeb, a respected Harvard astronomer and director of the Galileo project. Studying the early data, he noticed that ATLAS showed no visible tail, unusual for a comet nearing sunlight. Its path, too, seemed strangely deliberate. Loeb proposed a daring thought experiment. What if this was a technological relic, a probe from another civilization silently passing through our solar system? He didn't claim it was true, only that such ideas must remain open to testing, because history favors those who dare to ask impossible questions. And with that, the headlines exploded. Theories filled the internet. Some called it a messenger, others a warning. The idea of alien technology had returned to the public imagination, and once again, Earth was caught between wonder and disbelief. But science, unlike rumor, demands proof. NASA quickly launched a coordinated investigation using the Hubble Space Telescope, the James Webb Space Telescope, and ground observatories worldwide. What they found, however, was far more fascinating and far more natural. Comet 3 I/ATLAS, they confirmed, was a genuine interstellar comet. As it neared the sun, its icy surface began to heat and release jets of gas and dust, forming the glowing coma and tail typical of comets. Spectroscopic analysis revealed an unusual but natural composition: water ice mixed with carbon dioxide, though in a ratio unlike anything seen in our solar system. Its light reflected in strange patterns, suggesting dust grains shaped in alien conditions, not artificial machinery, but the fingerprint of another star system's chemistry. NASA's lead small-body scientist, Tom Statler, summarized it with perfect clarity. It looks like a comet, it acts like a comet, and all the evidence says it is a comet. Even so, Atlas remained extraordinary. Its chemical signature suggested that it was born in a frozen realm far beyond its parent star, perhaps 7 billion years ago, before our sun even existed. Imagine that, a shard of another world, older than Earth, wandering through the galaxy for eons before drifting into our skies. It's not science fiction, it's science revealing the poetry of the cosmos, and while the excitement over alien theories faded, the true wonder of the discovery began to shine. 3 I/ATLAS gave astronomers a new lens to study how solar systems form across the galaxy. Compared to its predecessors, it sits somewhere between them, not as mysterious as Oumuamua, which had no tail, and not as typical as Borisov, which behaved like every other comet we know. Atlas is unique, a hybrid of the familiar and the strange, proof that nature creates endlessly diverse worlds. NASA also assured the public that this visitor posed no threat. Its closest approach would remain more than 170 million miles away, a safe and distant passing, but its visit carried something far more valuable than danger: knowledge. Each interstellar comet that drifts through our neighborhood acts like a cosmic time capsule, preserving secrets from long-extinct suns. By studying their makeup, scientists can piece together the universal recipe that forges worlds, moons, and life itself. These objects remind us that the same elements that formed us, water, carbon, dust, are scattered everywhere, woven through the galaxy like threads of a shared story. The saga of 3I/ATLAS also reflects something deeply human. On one side stood curiosity, Loeb's willingness to question the ordinary, to imagine the extraordinary. On the other stood discipline, NASA's devotion to data, patience, and truth. Together, they represent the balance that drives discovery, imagination pushing forward, and evidence holding the line. Today, astronomers are more prepared than ever. With the James Webb Telescope and next-generation observatories, they can detect and study interstellar objects